We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback keeps it here. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Makes the catch downfield. Stopped quickly after the catch, but it's first and goal now at the 7.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
He's moving out of the pocket, looking to the end zone. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet.
Now, this just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Single back takes the handoff. He's stopped, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's an out route. The catch made. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
And somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set. Here's second down. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
So it's third and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Has the first down, still on the move. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Third down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Here's the second down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, looking to throw it. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Keeping it on the ground here. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. The punt team making their way on the field. Is on to boot it away now. And the ball rolls dead.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. He's going to hand this off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The pocket breaking down. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short. And the Aggies will come to the line to run the hurry up. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Oof, the risk of throwing on third and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on fourth down, but what will be the play call?
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Takes the ball and heads to the left. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on second and inches.
Now it's second down here. And here's the handoff. Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
You guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the single back takes the handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Offense in hurry-up mode. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on fourth down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he finds his target. He has the first. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Boy, a risky decision here to go for it inside the red zone on fourth down, and you come up with a first down. I love that aggressive approach. Let's see if they can come up with a touchdown here to finish off this drive.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Missouri.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. There's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. And he's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
defense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
We'll try the ground game here with the running battle. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And the game just good enough for a first down.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
And there's the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And that run produces a decent gain.
You know, when the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Getting closer, but now it's third down. Can they punch it in from the 2? On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he's brought down there.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to fourth down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
A field goal would make this a 2-score game, but they elect to go for it on fourth down. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is showing up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line. The Aggies will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
It's a short completion to the big tight end.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's a quick grab. Tackle, but first down. And the Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. And this pass is on target. Caught. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And they'll use the ground game here. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Breaks free. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
This one will be fair caught. Comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They got off to a slow start, but they have been clicking lately. Can they build on this lead now in the second quarter? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Running past the 35. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Direct snap to the back. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Close to the tight end. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Got him. He's sacked. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery.
Trying an onside to start the third with the lead? It's, I guess, a bold strategy. Now we'll see if it comes back to bite them.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll feed the back again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Wolf. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff. Working with the lead, it comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Missouri now operating in the red zone. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. First and goal, handoff. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
2nd down and goal, upcoming. Run to the left, trying to find Pater. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
Ball spotted at the 5 for this 3rd and goal play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Touchdown, Tigers. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Quarterback flashing the speed in that touchdown run. That's almost unfair, Kirk.
I think out of all the quarterbacks in the entire country, this guy might be as fast as any of them. Why not utilize his speed when he can make defenses pay for it? It's a great design play and a nice touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. The defense with more pre-snap movement. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, huge play here for Texas A&M. A nice throw, but even a better catch by this wide receiver. Man, they've had some great ones over the years at College Station. Guys like Mike Evans and Anais Smith most recently. Going back to Christian Kirk. Guys with some size and speed.
2nd down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. And the offense will take their 1st time out of the half to talk strategy here. The Aggies bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the 2nd half. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry.
in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Looking to throw it on first down. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. Hands off to the left. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. A gain makes it second and medium. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They call the counter run here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. An important third down attempt for this offense. That's a designed quarterback keeper. Crosses the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And they'll run it, hand it off to the running back, and they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And the wideout goes in motion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. Coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. And that is no good. And the lead remains at 21 after the miss.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Tackle made after a big gain. And the Aggies hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. And he'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Here's a 1st and 10 play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw again. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. The Aggies come to the line with 1st and goal. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. But they can't make the connection. Ball is incomplete.
Well, they're snapping the ball near the goal line, but the defense does a good job of thinking, hey, guys, let's force the incompletion. Force them into going for 3, and let's not give up 6. They did their job there.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Formation will indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And the field goal is good. And they add to their lead. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Lets it fly out of the wide out. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. The ball is loose. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. Use the running game to chew on this clock now.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. That's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Here's the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
Well, why not, Chris? Here we are in the fourth quarter. It's third down. This guy's been making plays all game long. Go back to him again, and it works out.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great